How did you get the idea for the book?
Well, after I came to faith in 1986, a few years after that, God put on my heart the desire, the interest to help people in their spiritual journeys to find the joy that comes from a relationship with Christ. So I began one-on-one conversations with people about their own faith stories and faith journeys. Also began working in a ministry in which we would have a Silicon Valley executive speak, but it was an outreach event in which people that were curious about faith, seekers, would come to that event, and they would hear the speaker, maybe somebody they looked up to and admired, but that person also was a person of faith, so it was a way to kind of reach people. And I realized that people do react positively to stories. It's like when I go to church, I sometimes always don't remember the message, but what I do typically remember, and I think most people are similar to this, is you remember the stories that are told that illustrate the point that's made in the message. So stories are important, and historically they've been important. And certainly Jesus was a teller of stories to illustrate his points. Well, when I went back to a reunion at Harvard in the late 1990s, a group of us got together, a group of Christians, and I wasn't a Christian when I was at Harvard. It was interesting to discover a number of people who were believers. We were given a book called Finding God at Harvard, and that the thought struck me that God and Harvard didn't seem to fit, even though Harvard was founded as a Christian college. Certainly in today, those two ideas don't seem to fit. The same thing is true with Silicon Valley. God and Silicon Valley, that don't seem to fit at all. So God put on my heart the desire to write this book, Finding God in Silicon Valley, to help tell the story of Silicon Valley business people, nonprofit leaders, entrepreneurs who were fully committed to a relationship with Christ. So that was the reason that I wrote the book.